This has to change as another game from the Padres leads to many question marks overall about this team that fans are very concerned about. Major implications. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Today we are upset again. Common theme for this past couple of days. So, today was not like a horrible game, but it definitely had a horrible result. Let's put it that way. I don't wanna be too upset, but there are definitely things that I absolutely need to mention. Obviously, first off, the X home run that could have, should have been a home run, depending on who you ask. And then I don't want to say that lost us the game, but it definitely didn't help. And then I also want to talk about just our offensive struggles. And the biggest thing I do want to talk about, what I'm actually going to make a separate video about, is Mike Shildt's recent managerial decisions, like bullpen wise, lineup wise. But I was going to do it on this video, but I realized I was probably going to yell for like 15 minutes again. So I thought I'd just do a separate video. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably come out tomorrow morning. But let's just start with our AJ Cassavell recap. Giants 4, Padres 3. Padres fell behind 4-0 in the first for a second straight day. For a second straight day, they made a game of it before losing by a run. The Dodgers also lost in Colorado, so San Diego's deficit in the NL West remains 2 games. How in the ever-living heck do the Dodgers sweep the ever-living heck out of us, and then they lose to the Rockies? I know Coors Field is like a hellhole, but that is why baseball is such a stupid sport. Nothing makes sense in this sport. I mean, we'll take it. Thank you, Rocky Bros. We hate you, but thank you very much. But yeah, so let's start with this, right? I don't want to blame the game on Nestor Cortes because he kind of did a Yu Darvish, right? Almost literally did a Yu Darvish, and then he did a pretty good job of keeping them under wraps for the rest of the game. So 4-0 isn't like insurmountable. Oh God, everyone's gonna think I'm stupid now. Just kidding. You guys already think I'm stupid. It's not a crazy deficit, right? It's definitely comebackable. And I think with this offense, we should be scoring more than 3 runs anyway. So I'm not gonna blame the game on Nestor Cortes. Like yesterday, I'm not gonna blame it on him, but he did not help himself and the team. Let's put it that way. And I can show you that real quick. Nestor Cortes, 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. So honestly, kind of exactly what Darvish did yesterday. And the home runs were just not great, right? But again, Ruben does his job and calms him down. And the rest of the bullpen does a very, very, very good job. I mean, David Morgan is my literal GOAT. I love David Morgan so much. But yeah, I'm just glad that even our like not best bullpen pieces are still some of our best bullpen pieces. Like Wandy Peralta is about to drop below a sub-3 ERA. Who expected that? I was like literally like on his last like thread of getting DFA'd, and man was like, hold my beer. Let him cook. But he's been cooking. He's been absolutely cooking. Gosh dang it, Andrew. Stop using your Gen Z slang. No. No, I will not. Anyways. Yeah, so the X home run. This is an utterly insane call to overturn a home run. The fan didn't touch the ball. Nowhere near enough evidence to flip this one. It's genuinely crazy. Additionally, it's up to the umpire to rule what should happen. Sometimes it's called a double. This time they made it an out. It's not an automatic out. So I have thoughts about this, right? And obviously this is why this is my job. But I do understand the reason why they took a look at it, and I do understand the reason behind the call. But it's like one of those calls where like no one can ever agree on like an actual ruling. Because like you could see plays. Like I saw a highlight on Twitter where Ohtani had like almost the same exact play and they let it be a home run. But on this play, it wasn't a home run. And no, I'm not going to hear any like, oh, the MLB just hates the Padres. No, there's no bias in the umpire. Let's be honest. There's no bias, right? I think the biggest problem is that the MLB is not consistent with these rules, and then it affects some teams more than it affects other teams. So I do understand. If you are a fan, genuinely, they need to make you like sign a contract that you do not reach your hands over the wall. I do not care how badly you want that ball. You keep your hands behind the barrier unless it's the Dodgers hitting or anyone other team about to hit a home run and you swat that thing back. I'm joking. Don't do that. But I understand the ruling. I just don't like it, and it's extremely harsh. And I get why Mike Shildt's pissed off, because honestly, I'm pissed off too, right? Like, it's a horrible like harsh move to like say or like make a decision to make. But like as a fan, like you should have enough baseball IQ to realize you cannot reach over that. And I don't have a picture. I should have got a picture. I didn't. My bad. I don't have a picture of it, so we can't really look at it. But like from what I've seen, all the angles, all the highlights, all the replays. I mean, it's a hard one to swallow, right? And then I have not that. I do have this to go with it. Before everybody cries about the Xander home run, remember to give a shout out to the faces of our franchise, Machado and Tatis, who have completely disappeared from the team during the most crucial time of the season. So yeah, blame. You can say the Xander home run would have tied the game and we could have won the game. Yes, but again, baseball is not a black and white sport. There are so many factors, so many things that go into a team sport that you can't just be like Nestor Cortez lost us the game. The home run umpires lost us the game. It's a big, broad sport. Things happen. They suck. And I know we're cursed as Padre fans, but we can't just like blame everything on like external factors when in reality, Padres have full control over what they do, how they play. That's what I'm going to say about that. It sucks. I hate them, but it sucks. But I get it. It sucks though. But yeah, two wildly unexplicable, acceptable at-bats from the Padres, 1-2 hitters. Tatis Jr. takes a 65% cut on a pitch. First pitch breaking ball, middle. So a 65 putt, basically he hit it towards the ground. And we saw it, right? He hit it right towards the ground. I think genuinely, and I'm not going to blame him on this, but Tatis is scared of anything inside. And it's not his fault at all because he has been hammered all season. So if he sees a breaking ball that starts in and then cuts starts in and then cuts down towards the middle, it's like he hesitates a little bit. And he has had pretty poor luck with balls middle like the entire season. I think he just like does not expect to be pitched to because pitchers are so used to like pitching around him now. I think it's a mental thing. Like, yeah, we've established that he looks at the ball really well. He's been walking a lot. He's like OBP is really good. He has a lot of WAR. Like, he's still one of the best players in the league. I know he's not hitting home runs, but like WAR wise, which I know is a controversial stat for some people, WAR wise, he is still very good. I think honestly, and for a lot of the team right now, it's a mentality thing. I don't want to hear because he's not on the steroids anymore. No, it's a mentality thing, right? He still has crazy power. He's just not able to use it. Let's put it that way, right? And then Arraez, I keep bagging on Arraez, and you know how I feel about him. I don't hate him, but I don't think I want him here anymore. At least next year, I mean. But stares at two pitches down the middle, kind of iffy. I don't have the videos, sorry, but I'll post a link if you want to see it. Stares at two pitches down the middle, then weakly flips to third. What's going on? What is this approach? I hate how passive Arraez is. And like, I feel like at this point, he needs to realize that it's not working. And I know you can look at his batting average and be like, well, Andrew, he's batting 290. Batting average is such like a, not historical, what's the word? Outdated stat, right? His OBP is 326 and his slug is less than 400, right? I would rather his average be like, for example, let me find someone who's good. Okay, there's no one that's right that good. I was gonna make a better example. Do the Giants have anybody for a good example? No, whatever. I would rather like a Juan Soto, right? Juan Soto, well, he's a really good player. That's a bad example too. My point being is that I don't mind someone who gets on base a lot. I guess Tatis would be a good example, who gets on base a lot and can slug, than a guy who is like, the only way he can get on base is by hitting. And unless he's batting like over 300, I feel like that's kind of ineffective. I feel like I lost a plot on my point. My bad, y'all. But I hope you've watched this podcast enough to know how I feel about Arraez. My words are not working today, but I hope you get what I meant. But yeah, next we're going to talk about Ryan O'Hearn and why the frickety frick he's not starting. So Ryan O'Hearn versus left-handed pitching with the Padres this season, 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 1 walk. 4 for 5 against left-handed pitchers, but he's not on the starting lineup. So Gavin Sheets and Ryan O'Hearn both pinch hit today, 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Luis Arraez and Jose Iglesias starting 0 for 5 with a walk. Apply. So here's the thing about Iglesias, right? He just hit a home run off of Robbie Ray last time he played. He does have good stats against lefties, and they did want to give Machado a day off. So I don't hate the reason, or I don't hate that they made him play. Like, he's a good player, right? I've seen him play good. We've all seen him play good. What I don't like is that, I guess I'll just show you this then. So this is what Mike Shildt said pregame about why Ryan O'Hearn's not playing today. Pretty good numbers against lefties this season. Do you consider starting against lefties, or is that a less bench back? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination of things. Where would you have started him? I mean, there's places, there are options, right? Necessarily today or generally. Today, it's and then the reporter says, it's your call, not mine. I mean, I'm just curious. And he's like, yeah, he's done fine. I hate that answer so much. Where do you want me to play him? I don't know, Mike Shildt. That's your job. Get creative with it. I like. We don't have Merrill, right? We put Laureano in center field yesterday. Why not put O'Hearn in left field? Andrew, Ryan O'Hearn's not good in left field. Okay, neither is Gavin Sheets, and he played like the majority of the first half in left field. Why is it so hard to get creative? I actually liked when you put Arraez at second. I know his defense is dog crap, but hey, so was Gavin Sheets in left field. So why not get a little bit creative? Like, why are we so insistent on using... Like, I saw this on Twitter. Mike Shildt is so, like, ride or die for his boys that, like, he'll start these certain players because he has, like, a kinship with them. When in reality, he needs to realize that our bench players are better than our starting players right now. Let me repeat that just in case you didn't hear me. Our bench players are better than our star starting lineup right now. And I get that you don't want to give up on your star players, but if they're not hitting, sub out somebody, get creative, put the hot bat in the lineup. We literally have an all-star in our bench. Like, why? You know what I mean? And it's his walk year, too. I love the emotion and how pissed off Ryan O'Hearn was when he popped out the end of the game. I want that. I want someone who gives a living crap about this team and about his like place. Like, I don't mind that he's like wanting to play good for his contract. Like, he deserves it, right? But I want him to also use that drive to help us win games. And I think he can, but we're not giving him the option, which is why I genuinely think this game, more than any other player, is on Mike Shildt. Andrew, he was ejected. I know, but he made the starting lineup. He decides who plays and who doesn't. And I want to show you this, right? The fact it took Shildt getting ejected for O'Hearn to get in the game and he immediately hits a nuke is comical. Against the very pitcher Shildt refused to start him against as well, praying Shildt gets his head out of his butt and starts using him more often. The game is solely on the offense, regardless of the fact that Xander was robbed. Nestor had one bad inning and locked it down after that. Offense really failed him. And I think it starts with Mike Shildt not like being like, he's had this problem the entire year. He's so stubborn with his lineup construction. I'm not saying we have to change the lineup every single game, but I'm saying you should at least try something. At least try something. We've dropped 4 games. Thank Christ almighty, the Rockies are the Rockies, the chaotic people they are, because if we... before I make this point, I'm not saying we need to win the division, but if we want to win the division, you got to start doing some things, right? Nick Pivetta tomorrow. I love it because, even though last time I said Nick Pivetta plays really well after we lose and then we lost, I'm going to say it this time, and I hope karma doesn't bite us in the butt, but I think Nick Pivetta starting tomorrow is almost like we'll say a 75% chance of winning if he can keep being Nick Pivetta. And against Kai Wei Ting, still don't know who you are. I just remember we beat you last time. But yes, I don't want to talk, like I said, I don't want to talk too much about Mike Shildt because I want to make a whole video about him tomorrow, whatever. Oh, right after this for me, I guess. But yeah, well, that game should at least tell Shildt that O'Hearn should be playing every day. Can't say it's always a question of who's going to give us the best opportunity to go compete. The freaking all-star, Shildt, the all-star will help. Yeah, so I kind of read that kind of fast, my bad. But that was what he said. It's always a question of who's going to give us the best opportunity to compete. The all-star. The all-star. You think he was there because he's a friendly guy with a cool face and a slightly hot wife? No, he's there because he's really freaking good. But I guess that's a hot take. Oh, Mike Shildt. Like, I'll talk about it in the video. This video is too long already. I'm sorry. But what do you guys think? Do you think this game's on Mike Shildt, or do you still agree with his decisions recently? How do you feel about Ryan O'Hearn and Gavin Sheets? Should they play more, and who should we drop? Do you think it's time to drop the stars? I'm just gonna make this point. I think it's too much time, so I'll make it in the next video. But if you think we should drop the stars out of the lineup for a few days, get them rested, let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Sorry for the long video. You know me, I'm a Captain Yapper. And go Padres. Please subscribe. Goodbye.